obviously we're going to start off talking about your former club, Arsenal. I just wonder what you've made of Arsenal under Arteta, and what you think their aspirations should be this season approaching, bearing in mind how great last season was for them.
Well, hopefully they can build up on what they've done last season. I think I've been very impressed with the way they've played and the way they've recruited in January, showing some great intent, and even now in this summer. I think what Arsenal have done well is they stuck to him, they stuck to Edu, and they've given them the trust and the confidence and the backing for them to build a great team. So hopefully they continue to have this patience, and as you can see, a team, you don't just build it over the course of one transfer window, you build it over the course of a few. And we've seen some great intent from Arsenal over the last couple of years. So I'm very impressed with that.
Philip, what do you make of some of their signings as well? With Declan Rice, of course, £100 million. Kai Havertz, they brought in Timber from Ajax. Have you been impressed with their transfer policy?
Yes, I have. A year ago when they signed Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, you can see this didn't happen from Arsenal for many years, where you take players from teams that are winning or rivals, and we saw that a year ago. And now again, when you take a player like Havertz, who's playing for Chelsea, and you bring him to the squad, these are players who have won before. They're players who are coming with a big price tag, okay, but they coming into a team that knows, that plays, and they have a real idea and intent about Arsenal. So I'm impressed because they know what they're doing and they have the backing and they're very aligned. The owner, the sporting director, and the coach.
What do you think minimum requirements are then for this season? Because last year was so good. I wouldn't say they overachieved, but they've certainly maybe built a rod for their own back, because they were. For quite a lot of the Premier League season, Darren Bent alongside me was actually dreaming of them becoming Premier League champions. It didn't happen for whatever reason towards the end. Maybe lack of depth in the squad, but they don't have that problem now. So what should their realistic aims be? I mean, it's got to be silverware, right?
Well, we hope so. I think they came very close last year. We saw that the depth and the energy towards the end of the season was shifting a little bit towards Man City. But hopefully this year they will learn from what happened last season and continue to build. I see this team going further, and I hope so, because I'm still Arsenal inside. So
what's further? Do you think
I know Darren is too. So.
Darren annoys me every day. But what's further? Do you think? I know, of course, they have a chance of winning the Premier League. Obviously, do you think they will win the Premier League this season?
Well, we hope so. We will never know until it goes and starts. But if I can back a team this year, I'll hope I back Arsenal, because they have an idea of what they want to do. They've signed players that they were missing probably in the last couple of years, and they're aligned. I think that's very important. When you see other teams that are signing players and you don't really know where they're gonna fit in, it makes a big difference when this player is for this position and it's going to help the team get better. So I've seen this with Arsenal, and I'm confident they're going to be better next year.
Philip, when you look at this current Arsenal squad and you look at the squad that you was involved in when you first got to Arsenal, I mean, that team pretty much won everything and was one of the best teams we've ever seen. Can you see, I know you're not involved with Arsenal now, but can you see similarities in terms of the personnel in the squad, the way Arteta manages?
Probably with the way Arteta manages, I think you can see he gets the players to do what he wants to do. They found that swag again, that type of Arsenal style that we want to see, and we've seen that in the last years. And there is a real culture thing that he brought back into the club. When you go around the training ground, I've had the chance to go back. You can see pictures of what happened in the past. You can see not only in the documentary as well, but there is really something going on at Arsenal that, creates a bond between the players. And it's not only signing the best players, it's also creating an environment for them to be and perform. So I think we've seen this Arsenal culture come back, and this is the foundation. And then you bring in the players, they buy into it, and hopefully, you get the results.
I think I'm right in saying when you had a brief time on loan at Everton, Arteta was a teammate of yours. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What could you see that he was going to be a manager? Did he have that in his makeup then?
Yeah, he's very vocal on the pitch. You could see directing the guys on the pitch. He was like a coach, the relay of the coach on the field. So you could see he had that. He would study the game. He would understand what was important. It was it was inside of him, I think. But obviously, he went through a good time where he learned what it is to be in front of the team. And also being number 2 to Guardiola was great and very beneficial for him before he got his chance to get to Arsenal.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.